This is the seventh full moon in a row that we have at the tower degree of 16 degrees. And when you reduce that, it's also a 7 because 1 plus 6 equals 7. And it's at 7 minutes of Libra, which is the seventh sign of the zodiac. And as I've mentioned previously, this is a 7-year, and if you're in any of the time zones in the US before Eastern time, the day also reduces down to a 7. So we got a whole lot of 7 energy going on here. Welcome to Abundant Universe, your go-to podcast for becoming your most empowered, powerful, abundant, truest, and highest possible self through self-mastery, quantum healing, spiritual activation, soul expansion, and ascension. Here we talk about your self-concept, subconscious beliefs, science, spirituality, mindful manifestation, magic, mysticism, remembering and embodying who you really are, and all things esoteric. I'm your friendly neighborhood self-mastery and mindful manifestation mentor, energy alchemist, quantum healer, spiritual ascension activator, and host, Elle Brandlin. And today we're talking about the full moon in Libra, which just so happens to be my full moon, and that's coming up next Wednesday or Thursday, depending on your time zone, but it will be Thursday for most of the world. So stick around until the end to learn how you can gain clarity, become enlightened, maybe even get lucky, and use the powerful energies of this full moon to continue calling in the manifestations you set intentions for during the first new moon in Aries on March 21st. And be sure to subscribe wherever you're listening. And if you're on YouTube and want to give the video a thumbs up, that'll help more people who want this type of content to find it, and I really appreciate it. And this will actually be part 1 because I don't want to make this episode too long. So without further ado, let's jump in. We have this full moon at 16 degrees and 7 minutes of Libra, and we're about to get all 7 on your ass, so bear with me for a minute here. But first, I want to remind you that the 16th card in the tarot is the Tower, which can mean destruction and liberation, among other things. And I think that's pretty fitting with all the energies we've been seeing and will continue to see now that Pluto is going back and forth between Aquarius and Capricorn until the end of 2024. So this is the 7th full moon in a row that we have at the tower degree of 16 degrees. And when you reduce that, it's also a 7 because 1 plus 6 equals 7. And it's at 7 minutes of Libra, which is the 7th sign of the zodiac. And as I've mentioned previously, this is a 7-year, and if you're in any of the time zones in the US before Eastern time, the day also reduces down to a 7. So we got a whole lot of 7 energy going on here. And just in case you forgot or didn't catch the episode 2 Aries New Moons, a Portal, and the number 7 Walk into a Hookah Bar, 7 represents wholeness, perfection, spiritual awakening, intuition, guidance from guardian angels, enlightenment, spiritual ascension, a life free of obstacles, and luck, which you know I don't actually believe in, but if ever there was a lucky full moon, this is it. So this is a very, very powerful full moon for everyone, but particularly if you're a Libra like me, and or if you have a thing for the number 7. And I'm sorry if you're sick of me talking about how powerful these moons always are, but it's true. And I promise you that you will be the first to know if we ever have a moon that's just kind of meh. But that is not likely to happen anytime soon. Anyway, this energy flows very nicely and synchronistically from the energy of the Aries new moon that we just had into the Aries new moon we're about to have on April 20th. And now let's get into a bit of the astrology so you can see what else is making it so powerful. The sun is still in Aries, and so are Chiron, Jupiter, and Eris, which were all there during the new moon. So we've obviously still got a lot of Aries energy going on as we are in Aries season, and we still have a few orbiting bodies there. And this is the energy of establishing and understanding who you are and heightened passions. Plus, we have the Aries and Libra energies showing us what we're ready to bring into balance and where it's necessary to step back to look at things from a different perspective. And we also have Venus and the North Node still in Taurus, as well as Uranus, and Mercury has moved from Aries into Taurus. So that's the energy of what you value, need, and want that also reflects your current energy. This full moon also wants you to be in fuller balance with who you are now and who you're becoming, and it's bookended by 2 Aries new moons of rebirth, so that goes along quite nicely. Additionally, Uranus represents the higher mind, so in Taurus, we're looking at some possible breakthroughs and things kind of coming out of the blue. And Mercury in Taurus will help us ground our thoughts and gain clarity. Libra energies are also about how we interact with others, so this full moon could show you the people in your life who can connect with you at your current level and where the energies are not quite connecting, making it a good time to get things off your mind and heart, but with the understanding that Aries is heightening our passions right now. And you may potentially want to focus on releasing anything that might hold you back from receiving any manifestations involving other people. So, relationships, partnerships, potentially at work, friendships, family, anything like that. If you're working on those types of manifestations, this is going to be the full moon to release anything that might be blocking that. And we have the sun conjunct Chiron opposing the moon in Libra. So this happens once a year and is a good time to check in with your healing journey and sense of self. Chiron also helps you step more into energy and talents that aren't immediately obvious and asks you to open up to the energies that your ego might not accept at first. It may also trigger a new understanding of what you've been healing and shine a light on a part of you that you need to work on to fully understand yourself, and is an invitation to accept yourself more from the heart. So, not necessarily cognitively, but really accept yourself from your heart. But Jupiter will bring in confidence, spiritual protection, a sense of possibilities, and support with a possible alternative path. So just really keep your eyes open and be sure to release anything that might stop you from seeing alternatives as well. And that's where we'll leave it for now. So please be sure to join me next Wednesday for part 2 of this full moon. And I believe our Manifestation Misconceptions Monday episode is going to be about the law of attraction. I had a different one planned, but I feel like this one is emerging as potentially more important. So I think that's what we're doing on Monday. And if you would like my help utilizing these energies for your greatest and highest good during my full moon in Libra ritual next Thursday, please check out the show notes or description box below for a link to all the information you need on Sacred Souls Society. And you'll also find links to all the ways you can work with me right now if you're looking for a different kind of experience, because you deserve to live in a reality of freedom, fulfillment, peace, the highest joy, unconditional love, synchronicity, miracles, magic, and abundance in every aspect of your life. And I believe in you, so you should too. Much love.